Well, hello there, everybody on YouTube. Welcome back to Dory's Kitchen. Today is Saturday. I am doing a wedding cake today. This is for a dear friend of mine. Her name's Georgiana. It's for her daughter. And her daughter's getting married tomorrow in the afternoon. So I'm going to do the cake tonight. It's at nighttime. It's like around 6:30. So I'm going to do kind of like a 3-tier. A tier is when you take 2 layers of cake and you put them on top of each other. So this cake is going to have 2 6-inch rounds on top of 2 9-inch rounds. And then what I decided to do was bake 1 12-inch round for the bottom. The reason I decided to do just 1 12-inch is because they're only expecting about 50. If I did 2, there's going to be too much cake. So I just decided to do 1. And we'll see how it goes. And I think that bottom one I can play. Her colors are like a medium gray and a burgundy plum. It's like a purpley plum. So a darker burgundy plum color. So I took a little bit, like a lot of burgundy and a little bit of black. And then I mixed it together to get that deeper color. You have to be careful adding the black because sometimes if you add too much, your color is going to go more on a grayer tone. And then you have to keep on adding more of the regular food coloring, like the burgundy color. So you have to be careful with that. And it's just, you just got to play with it. You know, if you're going to do those colors, you just have to play. And whatever works for you, that is great. But it doesn't always turn out exactly the way I want it to every single time because you're using different frostings, you're using different colors, and you know the brands of the food coloring you get are different. It depends, you know. So, and the consistency of your frosting, it all depends. So anyway, I'm going to get started. So right now, I don't have my light around my phone. Once I get this iced up, then I'm going to bring you in closer because you can watch me do roses and decorate. And I wanted to show you an inspiration photo that I just went on Pinterest. I was scrolling through cakes and everything. And I'm going to tweak it a little bit. So this is my inspiration. And we're not doing purple. This is in purple. We are doing a burgundy and gray. No green at all. But that's kind of like my inspiration. There's a lot of polka dots going down. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do tiny little white daisies with a gray center. I'm going to do them in between the dots that are going down. Once we get into that detail, I'll show you the picture some more. And then I play. I like just going and printing an image. I look at a bunch of them and then I come up with an idea in my head. And then I just play. So here we go. And I'm hoping this might be a 2-part video. Like 2 sections depending on how much time it takes the first video. So here we go. And what I like to do, what I'm going to do first is ice this cake. And again, I don't know if I should bring you in closer to me. And I might. Let me get this bottom one done. And then I will bring the camera in closer. I'm going to get some more buttercream in my bag. Oh, I don't know if you can see my back counter here. But if you watched my Valentine video, I ended up taking my Snoopy mailbox down because I was making a big mess here earlier making buttercream. I didn't want to get that wrecked, so I just put it away. Okay. All right, so here we go. So this is a cake that's going to be iced up, and then I'm going to be doing dowel rods to support the weight of the other layers of cake that are going to be on the top. So once I get to that part, I'll bring you in a little closer. I just wanted to ice this up quick. Yeah, I still have to pack a bag because I'm going to go see my nephew and go see my niece tomorrow night and spend the night there and come home Monday. I'm a lot nervous about this trip because we've got some bitter cold weather coming. And I think a lot of the country is going to be getting this from Canada. So I guess on Monday they're saying that we might be getting like 30 below zero with the wind chills. And I'm going to be driving home. I'm just grateful it's only a 2-hour drive and not like 6 hours or something. So I'll just be cautious. I'll have my phone with me, you know. Again, I live in a 1985 mobile home. And I'm going to leave my kitchen sink, the water running just a tiny bit, and also in my bathroom. And I'll leave the cabinet doors open so heat gets in there. Because one thing I do not want is to come home and have no water. You know, I think I've lived here 2.5 years. The very first year I was here, right around Christmas time, my pipes froze up and I didn't have any water for 2 weeks. When we had a January thaw where it got above freezing, I came home from work and I had a massive flood in the back of my home where the hot water heater was, and a pipe burst and in my closet, and I had like Niagara Falls where water was going everywhere. Oh, that was bad. But I'm grateful I have insurance, and they helped me. They sent an adjuster to look at the damages, and I was able to get all my flooring fixed, and my son came over, and he put a lot of insulation underneath my home and insulated my pipes really well. And, you know, and I haven't had a problem since. So he also got my water back on for me. I'm just so grateful to him for doing all of that for me. And anyway, but I still, 30, 35, 40 below zero. Oh, that's kind of scary. That's dangerous wind, dangerous temperatures. So hopefully it won't get that cold. It's just a wind chill. So I'm just hoping. And I actually think I have a smaller bag of white here. I'm going to try to get this bottom. You know, I really don't think I have to. Nope, I don't. I just looked at the design. I'm going to be doing like a purple band of frosting going around the bottom and then do a beaded border. So on the bottom of each cake. So I'm not going to have to do that. Okay. I am going to bring you in closer because we are going to be doing dowel rods and I have to cut them. So I'm going to bring you in a little closer. So bear with me. And I think I'll put you here. Bring this down this way so you can kind of see what I'm doing. And right there. Okay. Just bear with me. I'm going to cover this buttercream up. I still want to get better at making buttercream. I'm not an expert at it because, again, I worked many years in a bakery. And whenever I wanted to do a cake, I just brought buttercream home. You know, so I'm learning different recipes and stuff. And once I get really confident in making buttercream, then I'm going to share a video. But I've been working on it, so. But this batch turned out pretty good. All right, these are dowel rods. They're plastic and they're hollow. And these I got off of Amazon. They come in a package of 24, like this. And if you just look, it's like, they're 9.5 inches long. There's 24 pieces. They're plastic. Just go on Amazon and search, 9.5 inch plastic dowel rods. And this might show up. 24 in a package. And it comes kind of like in a Ziploc bag, which I really like. They're easy to cut because they're hollow. So I'm going to turn you over here to this cake and I'll show you what I'm going to do. And I might have to put my light in because it is dark outside. I do have a lot of lights on, but I kind of want you to see what I'm doing. So I'm going to bring you in a little closer. I think that's good. All right, I'm going to take this dowel rod. Now what I'm going to do over on my counter over here, this is the 9-inch round, which is going to go right here. So what I want to do is put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1 in the center. So 7. Just to support the weight of those 2 cakes that are going to be on the top. So I'm just going to go right in the center and push all the way down to the board. Lift it up. And if you can see where that frosting is, I'm going to cut right below that. Right below that frosting. So, bring you over here with me. Bear with me. Like I said, I don't edit. This is real me, like you're in my kitchen. I'm going to turn this. I have a cutting board here. Okay, so here's where the frosting is. So I'm going to cut right below it. And I'm just going to score it. Like that. And then I'm going to snap it. Like that. Okay? And then I'm going to come back by the cake, and I'm going to turn you this way. Makes it kind of hard here, trying to turn this tripod here. Kind of see? I'm going to take this, I'm going to push that right in there, like that. I'm going to take this other one, use this, and to push it down. And it'll go right under that cake. See? Right under that frosting. Just like that. All right, so I'm going to put you here again. I'm going to do some more, and I'm going to leave it here so you don't get so dizzy. But I'm going to leave the camera right here, okay? So we're going to do 6 more. And I'm going to do this as quick as I can so we can get that other cake on. So we're going to go 1 right there. I'm going to come right behind me and cut this right below that frosting. Score it. And then we're going to put that in there. Use this one. Push that down. Then I'm going to come back here. We're going to do one over here. Go all the way down to the bottom of the board. Bring that up. Score that. It helps if you have a best sharper knife. My knives I've had for quite a while, so I'm due for a new set. And we'll push that one down. All right, I don't know if this is tall enough, so we'll see. And we're going to go 1 here. Oh yeah, it is. All right, and bring that up. Okay, and I'll cut that. And we'll push this one down. And I'll get another dowel rod. Let's see if nope, I gotta cut that just a little bit more. Get that out of there. I'm gonna use this one. I'm gonna use that one. Yeah. That'll be hard for me to hold that. I don't want to cut my fingers. Snaps off. Push that one down. And I think I'll do 5 here. That'll be good. Thought I was going to do like 7, but yeah, I am, I think. Cut one more. I hope everybody had a good week. I still wanted I have not done, if you watched my Valentine decorating video, that was the last one that I posted. Thank you again, everybody, for liking, subscribing, commenting, and welcome aboard to my new subscribers. This is so exciting. I think I'm up to 97. How fun is that? Okay. All right, and we're going to cut one more, and then I'm going to wash my hands. Get this frosting off. One more. And we'll do one here. Okay. All right, one there. Push that down. Okay. Then I'm going to go over to the sink. So I'm going to lift you up. And go over to the sink here and I'll wash my hands quick. Sure, keep that water running. There we go. So I'm gonna leave it running just a little for now. I'll see how it is in the morning. I might make it run a little bit more while I'm gone. Okay, now we're gonna take the 9-inch round. And we are going to move you back down again. I'll make sure. I don't know why this is so tight. I don't know why. Maybe that's why. There we go. There we go. Okay. All right. Turn you in this way. Raise you up just a little bit. Okay. Now I'll bring that 9-inch round. Okay. I do have a board underneath there. You see that? And I cut it. I cut the board so it was like right at the, right, not at the very edge of the cake, but just a little bit in. Because when you ice your cake, you don't want to be seeing board. Make sure this is center. And I'm going to check. I want to spin it around. It looks pretty good to me. I'm going to be putting a border there, so. And it looks pretty level. Yeah, I like that. Okay, we're going to ice this up. So I'm going to fill my bag back up. I might bring you in on the other side of the cake. I am right-handed, so if I do things right-handed when you're on the left of me, it's going to be kind of hard for you to see what I'm doing. So I might move you over and then ice this cake so you can see what I'm doing. This is going to be fun. This might be a two-part. We'll see how much time it takes to get this set up. All right, I'm going to move you over to the other side. There's that 6-inch right there. Okay. I'm going to bring you over here. Yeah, I think right there, so you can kind of see what I'm doing. Okay, bring you in just a little closer. Bring that down. That'll work. That'll work. All right. I'll come back around here. You know, in my last video, I still had like a cough and some congestion. I am a lot better. It's been like almost a week now since I posted that Valentine video. But I still have a little bit of congestion. So it just takes time. And I pray I don't get sick anymore this winter. That was enough for me. But I hope everybody's doing well. God bless you all out in California and everywhere else in the world that is having troubles. God sure is busy. Yeah, but we all hold a piece of them, don't we? Okay. I'm going to come back on the side and push this frosting in with my spatula. Scrape that in the bowl. Come back to here with my scraper. Do this side here. I do want to buy a new turntable. I want to get a heavier one. This one I have is just a small plastic one, but I want to get a stronger one. Once I see which one, one that I really like, then I'll, because they get expensive. And I'll buy one that I want, and then I want to make sure it'll last the rest of my life. So, and it will. I've had this one for, I don't know, 20 years or more. Yeah, I have a crystal cake pedestal too that I'm going to take with me, and then that will make the cake seem a little taller. And I do have some really pretty white iridescent fabric, and I actually used it when my daughter and son-in-law got married like 12 years ago. I used it on their cake. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around with a piece of parchment paper after this sits for a little bit. And then I'm going to go around and I'm going to smooth it down a little. All right, we're going to do some more dowel rods. These are going to be for the 6-inch round. And I got to get another one out of my bag. And this board on this 6-inch, I think I'm okay. But this one is going to go here, like right here. So I'm just going to put that right there. And we are going to do this again. So this time I'm going to do 4. So we're going to go 1 right there. And yep, that's going through 2 layers of cake. So that's going to be a bigger one. I'm going to cut that right below that frosting. See if I can trim this one. Then I can get 2 in here right away. Okay, I think I can do that. We'll see if this works. So 1 here. I'm going to check the camera and make sure you can see what I'm doing still. Oh yeah, you can. Okay, and then 1 here. So actually I got this one cut, so I'm just going to take this one, push that in. Because those were 2 that were pretty much the same size, so I'll push that down a little bit. Alright, now we're going to do a 3rd one over here. All the way down. Okay. Push that one down. And we're going to do 1 more. Okay, there we go. Now I'm all done with the dowel rods, so I'm going to clean this up a little bit, put these in the garbage. I'll wash my hands again. Cake decorating is a messy job. It certainly is. All right, put this in the sink. Okay, get that water dripping again. All right. Dry my hands off. If you're still with me, thank you. We have 1 more tier to do. Okay. Put the 6-inch round on top of there. Again, there's a board on here. See that? All right, and we're going to get this center. I'm going to check that. Yep, I like it. It's good enough. Just push that down a little before I ice it. Okay, I'm going to fill my bag back up again. have to roll up my sleeves. Alright. I was concerned. I didn't know if I made enough frosting, but I did. I'm like really happy. Like, yay, I did. I was really nervous. I'm like, do I have to make, I made 2 batches. I'm like, do I have to make 3? So it worked out pretty good. What I did use for buttercream, I used for 1 batch. You can either get unsalted butter. You can use you can try it with just 2 sticks of softened butter, unsalted. That would be a cup, because 1 stick is a half a cup. Or one thing you can do too is you can take 1 stick of butter and a half a cup. I use Crisco shortening, or you can try like Walmart has like this high ratio shortening. There's also a brand of shortening called Sweet Tex, which is for frosting and cakes and stuff. Sweet Tex shortening, that's expensive. So again, it's your budget. It's what you can afford pretty much, and you know how you want to make it, and you just play, you know. I just play with things. But I added like clear vanilla. Wilton has a clear vanilla. And I added like a half a tablespoon of that. And then I added a half a tablespoon of almond. It's Lori Ann almond extract. That is I love the smell of it, and it tastes amazing. There is a butter extract that Lori Ann makes that I have on my Amazon cart, because I do want to do some Valentine cookies soon, and I'll put that on my channel. And I want to get that butter extract. So that's on my cart in Amazon right now, because I can't, the butter flavored, I cannot find it in the stores, you know, where the bakery stuff is, or cake decorating stuff. I can't find it. So I'll just order it on Amazon. All right, I'm going to smooth this out with my spatula. And I'm going to check the camera again. I might have to raise it up. Yeah, let's raise it up a little bit. There we go. I'll come in here on the side. So I think my first wedding cake. I did post a 2-tiered birthday cake, you know, that got, I think, close to 500 views. I am like ecstatic. This is so much fun. And that was fun to do. But this is my first wedding cake, so. And I will post this probably Sunday night or Monday morning. It all depends. Once my girlfriend's daughter sees her cake, then I can upload it. All right. Just wrap that around a little bit. Come in here on the top. Sometimes I wonder if I should play music when I'm doing a cake. I don't know. I think quite a few of you like the peace, the quiet and the peacefulness, and I've had a few people comment on that. With all the chaos going on in the world right now. And I got to get my tool because I see a cake crumb. This is my cake tester, my favorite tool that I have. Take that crumb off of there. I see one more right there. Get that off. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to let this sit for a minute. And what I can do though is before I let it, you know, because I want to take some parchment paper up here and then here and maybe on that top. But what I want to do is take some Burgundy. and do a band of frosting going all the way around on all of those layers. So I think what I'm going to do is maybe set you back just a tiny bit, like maybe a foot. I want you to be able to see every layer that I do, you know. I'll put this over by the sink. Done with that icing bag. Well, I want to roll up my sleeves. Okay. All right, and again, this is my inspiration photo, and I'm going to come in and look at the camera while I show you this. There it is. Do you see the dots on the side? So what I want to do is do the dots, but I also want to do a tiny little daisy, like in the center, like that, and go all the way around. And instead of the green leaves, they're going to be that medium gray. And then the purple roses are going to be the burgundy. And I'm going to do like a larger rose and then a couple smaller roses. And then on the very top, I'm not going to do anything because I don't even know if they have a cake top. So I'm going to wait until I get there. I'll bring extra frosting with me. When I get there, I'll know, and then I will do the top. So I just don't know. And it's the day before their wedding. I don't want to be bothering them. I don't want to be calling or texting, or I'm sure she's got a zillion things going on. So I am going to, I do have a rose tip on here. Now, this, I'm going to look in the camera and I think I'm going to bring you back just a little bit. So you can get that whole cake in there. And we're at 37 minutes, so not too bad yet. Okay. So what I'm going to do down here, so I'm going to come down here on the very bottom, and I'm going to do a band. Make sure that I get this nice and tight here. I'm going to do a band of frosting right at the bottom. I like to do one steady. I mean, when you have got a 12-inch round, it's hard to do. But I like to do one steady. I don't like stopping. And I have to really pay attention and focus to get it, keep it straight. I try not to move my hand that has the frosting in it. I just move the turntable. But when I see the rose tip, do you see how it's like pulling some of that white on the side of the cake on there? Then I'll pull it off and then I'll clean my tip. There we go. So there's one. Okay, then we're going to come and we're just going to go right here. Yeah, I think I can get halfway when I'm doing an 8 or a 9-inch round. And then stop, clean my tip. Yeah, that's getting messy out like that. Gotta clean that again. Be careful there. Okay. Just wants to pull in that, get that frosting on the side. I don't like that. All right. Take a drink of water. All right, one more. Okay. Let's clean that tip off again. Okay. All right, now what I'm going to do in a cake tester tool, I'm going to bring you in a little closer. Maybe you can kind of see this. Now, when I just did that, where that white was starting to come, do you see right here? There's white. I just want to pull that off. See that? Put it in my paper towel. The same with here. And I'll use my left hand to try to hold my right hand so it don't shake. So it's nice and sturdy, you know, and I don't shake when I'm doing this. The older I get, my eyesight gets worse. You know, now I'm wearing bifocal glasses and my hands get worse. And I think I'm just going to come in with a parchment paper and smooth that out right there. But here's a little piece here that just fell right off, which is kind of cool. And then I'll check the top. The top, oh, there's a little one. Got that one. And right there, I don't like that white in that edge there. Okay. Okay. All right, then we're going to do a beaded border. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this video, and then we're going to do another video. So there's going to be a part 1 and a part 2. Part 2, we'll finish decorating it. So, because then this will go like 2 hours, and, or, you know, and I can probably upload the first one right away. We'll see. Right after I get it decorated. So we'll see. Okay? There's a little sneak peek of it, so anyway, I will bring you up. Oh, I do want to show you this fabric. Hold on one second here. I do have this. This is a crystal. See that? It's crystal. It's a crystal cake stand. So this will be on there and it'll raise the cake up a little bit. Kind of like what it is on my turntable now. But what I want to do, I can kind of show you. I can move this cake over just a little bit. What I want to do is I have some really pretty fabric. And I ironed it. I glued some really small gray daisies with a white center. So I might do a gray, the medium gray daisy with a white center. So that'll match this. But isn't that pretty? I'm hoping you can kind of see. I'll bring this over here so you can kind of see those daisies. If you can kind of see them. I hope you can see the sheen in it. It's really pretty. But this fabric will lay, you know, over the cake pedestal like that. You know, and then I'm going to fan it all out and then the cake will go right on top. And then I do have some silver. These are silver rings. They're silver rings and little tiny wine glasses tied with a ribbon. So I'm just going to spread them all out too. So I thought that would be kind of fun. So, and I might not use them, but I'm going to bring them with me just in case. But anyway, I'm going to fold this back up and hang it back on the hanger because I did iron it earlier. I don't want it to wrinkle or just keep it on the hanger. Yeah, but it's so pretty. All right, so there's that. So anyway, thank you so much for sticking with me if you're still here. I love decorating. I go all in when I do a cake. So the next one will be fun because then we'll be designing and you'll see roses and it'll come to life. But anyway, I'm going to stop the video right now and then we will upload to part 2. Okay? And I might just go ahead and upload part 1. So, it's not going to wreck the surprise element of it or anything like that. So, but anyway, thank you and I will see you shortly with part 2.